What's up, guys? Juggalo here, and I've managed to illuminate the area where I'm going to be working, and that really didn't sound too good. I'm going to show you what I did basically from start to finish, and more than likely it's going to be a long video, so if you don't like long videos, don't bother watching this video. If you are interested in how to mod a NZXT VULCAN case, please go ahead and enjoy what you're about to see. First thing, of course, when you first get the case, you got to take all the extra parts out and everything. So we have these thumb screws right here, and I just take off the side panel. Comes right off, and then what I do is, so I don't lose anything, I just screw them right back into place. So do that, and then do the other side as well. Okay, next up we have to do the side panel that is raised so you can have some more cable movement if you're not really good with cable management. A lot of people on Newegg saying, hey, it's a great case, but cable management sucks. Well, you just don't know how to do it right, I guess. So go ahead and take this off. Find the... Come on. I just cut my nails, so my nails aren't real long, so hopefully I can just, there we go, slide it off. Comes off like that. And again, put the thumb screws back in. See where they go. Okay, one right here, then one right here underneath the rivet. Okay, and then of course, you're going to have this fun stuff right here. Holding the wires, and then holding the box. A real fun part is the top, so that's going to be really fun. So we do this real quick, and this is actually in different packaging from the other one I did, so I don't know what the difference is, but I think this actually might be the handle right here. So here's the handle that comes with the case, and it has screws for it to make it ultra portable for you guys that like to take it to LAN parties. Hint, hint. Alright, going to go ahead and yank this zip tie out, and then we're going to go ahead and flip it around. And alright, my wife's calling me. I gotta have her pick up some stuff. Guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to get my wife to see if she'll get some isopropyl alcohol for me so I can clean the CPU off and the Raystorm CPU block off. Alright, now I don't know if you can see this, but if you look in here, yeah, it's too dark. But if you see a white piece right here, this is actually where the cables are held down at, and you want to pop that off. So go ahead and pop that off. Now the fun part is trying to reroute all these cables out that's connected to the front panel. So you might have more twisties everywhere, unfortunately. So, and you have twisties right here. So I'm going to go ahead and undo that. Okay, now this is where the fun part begins, because it's a really pain in the butt to do this kind of stuff, just for the simple fact that how they have it, they're all free. They're not really zip tied to anything as far as neatness, so you gotta pull all these cables out to take this front panel off. And the front panel is really easy to take off. All you're gonna do is pull straight out and it should come off. But then what you have to do is, while you're pulling this out, you're gonna have to push all these cables out. Of course, they got these all the crap on wrapping it up, which doesn't help at all. So this is always fun how they see all that stuff. It's really not helping, you know, a modder out. It just frustrates them, excuse me. So finally we got all this wiring and crap out of the way. Now it's time to actually take out this thing right here. So what you have to do, or might need to do, is actually take off the top. Taking off the top is easy as 1, 2, 3. Just basically take these off and then do the other side, and this whole top will pop off. So let's do that. Also, make sure if you do have like a little plastic container, I'm going to be putting it in my where my drill bits are. So just make sure what the pattern is and everything, and you'll be good to go. Okay, go ahead and flip it the other way. And then there should be like only one screw here, which is right here. Go ahead and undo that. Now what this is going to enable you to do is take off the top, okay? So I got to wiggle the bolt around. Alright. Now, let's see if I can pop this top off with no problem. But before I do that, always check the back. More than likely you're going to have some screws right here as well. So go ahead and do that. So it's pretty easy stuff for the most part. Okay? So now this whole thing is going to just pop off like butter, hopefully. And it's not going to be a pain in the butt, but it probably is, just seeing how tight everything is. So I'm going to see if I can start in the front, but I think there might be some nuts in the front, which they are. So I'm going to try my best to get these cables out. So what you're going to have to do is push all these cables back into the hard drive cage, which it can be a pain in the butt, and you just got to have patience because how these cables are wrapped, they're wrapped pretty poorly. It's more or less like a plastic wrap that holds the cable into place. So you just have to find your niche, I guess you want to call it, to get everything out. And then you got to try to get everything out of that plastic bracket so it won't get caught up. See, and it just comes off just like that. Now I'm going to, as I said before, get my wife to braid these cables some so I can make it a little neater in the back. And then the fan cable, and then something else should pop off too. Because like this right here, I think this is the controller for your fans. Right here, well, I'm not going to use the fan controller at all. I still have to get some green fans still. So here's the front panel right here. It's all taken apart. And then right here, of course, these are the filters. Remember to remove those, and I'll show you the reason why if you guys haven't seen my other video. Reason why is, see, that's just the one filter removed. And then here's one filter here, one filter here. So remove all these filters. Yeah, it may prevent quote unquote dust, but also kills the crap out of your airflow, guys. Alright, we got that taken care of. Next up, we're going to go ahead and take these two screws off right here. Hopefully it won't take too long, and then this should just pop off like butter, unlike the other time I said butter. Alright, so we got that, got the screws in the place they need to be, and then if I work it right, you can just see it popping off pretty easily. So go over here and lift up, and it has little tabbies. If you can see right here, let me zoom in so you guys can see what I'm talking about, and I'll lift it up some, but there's a tab right here in this hole right there, and this is what basically is holding the case together. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that out on the back end now. Alright, pop the tabs out one side and do it on the other side. And here you go. And here's the white piece what I was talking about right here. And I'm not going to do this again because it was a pain in the butt. I'll do that off camera. But to take this off, all you have to do is undo these silver screws right here. And this whole thing, the mesh will come out. And then to undo the fan, you just unscrew these. So I'm not going to show that. Alright, next up. If you want more room, let's get to it. Gotta make some room for these radiators, right? So what you want to do is, first thing that's easiest to do is go ahead and remove that nasty hard drive cage that's taking up that precious space that we want. So we're going to go ahead and unscrew the screws, right here. Should have something in the back of the case so it can have some force to hold it back. Alright, I'm trying to do this quickly and as efficiently as I can to show you guys what I'm doing. Alright, and we have the bottom screw right here, and I'm going a crisscross pattern just to see if the pressure will, on each side will help make it come out easier. Okay, then you have one screw right here by this rubber foot. So we're going to go ahead and do that. If I can get it out, of course. Too much torque. Okay. And there we go, and it is a magnetic screwdriver, which is awesome. Okay, go ahead and take all your nuts and put them in the place, and pretty much they're the same specification size as, you know, the ones you undid here, so it really doesn't matter. So we're going to go ahead and take that out. See how easy it is? Look how much more room you have. Alright, now we want even more room. We want to deck this out as best as we can, okay? And what I'm going to do, and hopefully it doesn't compromise the integrity of the case, which it might, just seeing how it is, but I want to remove this hard drive cage right here if I can. Now if it compromises the integrity, that means that I will have to go back and put these back in with a rivet gun. So I really hope it doesn't, but I think it should be fine considering, you know, the top does have clip. You still have the clip spaces and everything, so it shouldn't wobble like this once you have the top into place, because you have screws right here and you only have one screw there. So, and then one screw here looks like, but alright. Now here comes the fun part. You have a rivet here, rivet here, rivet here, rivet here, rivet here, rivet, 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 rivet. Get it? Didn't. Alright, now what we have to do is get a good old-fashioned drill. And unfortunately there's so much crap on this drill bit, I can't even read the number on what size it is, so I apologize for that. So let me go ahead and plug it into place. And let's get to modding. Alright, what you generally want to do, and it is going to be loud, so if I were you, I'd definitely turn down your volume if you haven't done so already. It looks like they didn't rivet this right here for some reason. Okay, now what you want to do is try to get a drill bit that's a little bit bigger that could snap the head off. If not, go through the center and then just pull the extra crap out. So let's see what it does. And you want to slowly just even pressure and hopefully it'll go through. Okay, as you can see, the rivets are actually attaching itself to the drill bit, and then, wow, this is really hot, but here's the back end and it's painted black too. So we're going to go ahead and do a crisscross pattern the best we can on here. Alright, again, rivets holding on, then all you have to use is like a pair of needle nose pliers or lockjaws, throw in reverse, pop them off, you're good to go. Alright, next up we're going to do this one. So, pop right out. Pop right out. Alright. That popped right out. Okay, next up. That popped off. Popped off. This should be the last one. Okay, and there you go. There's all the rivets right onto this drill bit right here. And now all I have to do is take my needle nose pliers and find where the metal pieces are sticking to, and I might have one more rivet, so let me go ahead and check. We have one right here, so let me go ahead and put this in, and then Alright, there we go. And sometimes the head will actually get... this is what they did. They riveted everything together and then just powder coated everything instead of powder coating everything the right way and then put the rivet on. So that's what they did. And then you have rivets right here, and you have a rivet right here holding this whole drive bay deal in here. So if you want to get rid of that, what you can do is get a drill right here, drill that out, and then what you can do, if you want to get this completely disassembled, is actually just grind away. I would call it the bottom ends that are sticking out. If you can see that right here, you can just grind that down all the way, and the rivet will come out eventually once you get it down low enough. Or from what I've seen, you can actually take a flathead screwdriver and just hit it real hard and pop that off. It'll work too. Alright, now we're on to seeing what we got to work with as far as everything. And I'm going to show you my idea. And I probably should clean the case before I do this, but oh well. But I have some metal stuff and all that fun part, so I gotta take a vacuum cleaner and clean everything up. But this is what my idea is going to be, so let me go ahead and get my radiator. So let's get to it. Alright, my idea is to have the radiator about right here. Okay, so you have one radiator here. Let me see if I can let that go and it'll stay. And then I'll have another radiator maybe right here, but you also have to decipher if you really want this fan right here or not. I'm probably not going to, because it's a 2000 RPM fan here, so I'm just going to have the 120 fan here and call it good. So I'll try to have this as flush as possible, closest to the holes to get all that fresh air. And I really don't want to, drill out this stuff right here, if that makes sense. And that rivet is really in the place right here. It looks like it's not even going to come off, and I want it to come off so it doesn't look nasty, but I might end up scratching my case by doing this. So we're going to see if I can get needle nose pliers and maybe poke that out, maybe, or there we go. Needle nose pliers does wonderful things if you use it the right way. Okay, now what I'm going to attempt to do is see if the structural integrity isn't compromised due to the fact that I removed all these drive bays to make room for the 240 radiator. So now I have to find the top where I chucked that at, since I was pretty quick at taking it apart. Alright, so here it is. Making sure the tabbies line up. And all you're doing is making sure, see that right here, it will push down and then you'll be able to lock that into place. So it has like a double secure system. So I'm guessing they would have, or think that people might have might do that, popping the case or taking it apart. So I'm just figuring out how to put it back together again. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then you'll probably see another video on where I'm going to do as far as mounting the radiators and everything. Sorry if this has been a long video, but hopefully you learned how to take apart your case. Hopefully less than 30 minutes, if not less than 40. But as always, comment, subscribe, rate this video, click that like button. You guys have a great day. Peace out. Alright guys, quick video, I'm back. It does fit everything, and it's no structural integrity is compromised when I do that. So that is awesome. So this might have a little play, but even then, if you really want to, and what I'm probably going to do is go ahead and drill a hole right through these two metal pieces, and I might rivet together. And that's all you need. I have a rivet gun. I have a whole bunch of rivets, which is ridiculous. Harbor Freight is awesome. Get a rivet gun for $5. So I might do that on either side just to make sure the integrity is still there, but even then I have 2 screws here at the top. So sorry about interrupting, thinking it's over. Peace out again. Have a great day. Bye.